um, one of the best out there. We have a pay system called GPoint, like your PayPal's. That's global. We have 120,000 globally. So now I'm here basically to align myself with this new technology, which is basically energy resources that's going to be probably advocated in various parts of our country, especially California. Also, I'm involved with another company called Geo EVO, which is a company that's using that is actually marketing EVOs for building infrastructure for car charging. As a matter of fact, the company that I work with, I just found this out just a couple minutes ago. The company that I work for is Siemens Corporation. It's global, worldwide. And Siemens Corporation is actually one of the designers of these Evo charging workstations. So there's quite a few companies out there that are putting their thumbprint on this energy resource throughout the United States and globally. And Siemens Corporation being as big as they are, I was surprised to see them out there as well.
They're
Not
one of the biggest.
Surprised, but surprised that they got out the gate around the same time everybody else.
Nicholas, I think this is awesome. I think what we should do is get into what Tim and Nanette have, and then circle back and see the synergies between this, if that's okay with you. Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's the reason why I'm here.
Okay, wonderful.
Hey guys,
so Nanette, Tim, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Tim speaking. Our products are a little bit more different.
Can you join on video, Nanette? Is that working on your computer?
I'm sorry. No, we're not connected on the computer, and my phone camera is unfortunately not working. I'm sorry, guys.
Right, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. So our company, it specializes in our first call is safety. Our products have zero chemicals, whereas every lithium product, lead acid battery, gel battery, Maxwell 3300, LG Chem, all of them have chemicals. They all catch fire, they all blow up, they all smoke, right? And if they catch fire, you can't put them out. You have to let everything that's it's in burn to the ground. Our systems have zero chemicals, so that's the first thing. The second one, it was they're looking at what the charge time is versus lithium versus graphene. Well, our design graphene, we can charge an EV battery in 5 minutes. I can charge a megawatt in 20 minutes, which means we're on the other side of the spectrum. Tesla came out with a megawatt unit that was charging in 8 to 12 hours. It caught fire the first 10 minutes it was on. Nobody can do what we do in that sector. Now, the other thing that makes this a lot superior to anything lithium is our recharge cycles, DOD recharge cycles. That's discharge and recharge. The true number is about 1 million DOD recharge cycles versus lithium at 5,500 to 6,500 maximum. Traditionally, they barely get 2,000 cycles out of any of their battery systems. But I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and go all the way up to 6,500. That's the other comparison. Like, they don't even come in the ballpark with us. The next step is the bell curve. All lithium batteries have a bell curve. If you guys all here probably have a drill at home where you're going down and the drill starts going, whoa, 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 right, dies down. Right. Or if you have a Tesla battery, your Tesla, when you hit 70%, the battery power starts to drop off. It's called a bell curve. It's built into their systems. With us, we're 100% true power until it switches to the next battery bank or it turns off. So it's safe for flights. Its applications are safe everywhere. The next one is going to be, let's just talk about your freezing temperatures. In New York right now, all those Teslas are just sitting there, right? They're frozen blocks. They can't turn them on. They can't drive them. Same thing with Chicago. We operate at a minus 70 Celsius. Okay, guys, let's just talk about that. That's minus 170 degrees. That's the moon's 202 minus. So we operate in space. We have rockets. We're into about any kind of product you can imagine. We're not just telling you that we have a product. We've been in full production for 3.5 years. This was not supposed to be the market to the year 2030. Nobody knows we're out there except for the countries of Liberia, Dominican Republic, Nassau, Bahamas. We have 2 100,000-acre ranches we're powering in Colorado. Also the same thing in Texas. We're powering the AT&T communication lines in Las Vegas, Nevada. We're also in the 2022 Lamborghini. Now, how we all started was with the U.S. military. Anybody here from the military?
I served.
Okay, then you know what the communication vests are, right? The power packs?
Yeah.
They weigh 13.7 pounds. We got that from 13.7 pounds down to 3.7 pounds. Charge time, 4 to 6 minutes versus 8 to 10 hours. And if you're shot or stabbed, it will self-heal and continue to run. Yeah, I said it, and it won't kill you.
And the reason we were able to do that, it's our very special graphene pouches that we have that allows us to create any shape or form of source of power battery pack. Yes, this is all 100% graphene based product.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know I didn't know you guys were talking about graphene.
Yes, exactly. I sprung a lot of you guys on the call here.
Yes, and if you're familiar with the graphene, this element, this carbon single element, doesn't allow anywhere that you produce power with graphene doesn't allow excessive heat, or it will operate, as Tim said, in a freezing temperatures.
Or up to 158 degrees.
Yeah.
And the reason that it does not create heat, because it's a single element, you don't need two elements to combine together to, like lithium, to create power for you. And that also is another reason for not having a bell curve, and also for speed charging. And again, this is something that we be able to customate any size of battery power packs from 1 kilowatt to 1 megawatt units. You can, and also you can create it in any particular shape and design if desired. Or if you have engineers for cars, motorcycles, any vehicles or equipment can be customized.
Our systems are, we have several different systems we developed today. We have 129 batteries as of to date. That means from forklifts to your scooters to your golf carts. Our golf cart battery is state of the art. When I say that, you guys are going to die when you hear this. Imagine driving your golf cart and you take your foot off the accelerator and it charges every single time. No more plugging in. And if you want a maintenance, we just put their solar stickers on the top of the cart, which gives it a trickle charge, because our solar, sorry guys, that was Dubai, 1 second. Our solar has 525 watts per panel, and it takes in all ambient light. So you're trickle charging whenever you want as well. It's changed the paradigm on all charging.
That's charging from the stars.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, that's amazing. This is all amazing. I'm super glad to hear about the graphene thing. Like, this is phenomenal. I actually like invested in graphene like 10 years ago, but over like it was kind of like across the board, like stock
You did the mineral
investment.
deposits.
So it's kind of like a lot, and I'm just wondering what are you guys called, or because I don't know if I'm invested already or
You could be. We're a new company. We're QBOND Power.
Okay,
we're
cool.
Licensed, trademarked, everything in California.
So
okay, cool. Yeah,
nothing else out there is like this.
I'm all down with the graphene. Like, that's the future for sure. Like, it was the future 10 years ago.
Grant, let's let them just go on their little thing for a minute, and we'll come back and answer questions.
Yeah. Sorry.
Well, thank you, though.
Oh, no worries. Anytime, any question, please ask. And also, we will going. We have AA, AAA's. We even gone to the smaller batteries as well. We still deciding on the word battery, because we cannot use the word battery. The truth is, there is no chemical. Any word dictionary you pull up, the word battery is two chemicals combined to create energy. So we're still dabbing on that name.
We are truly a supercapacitor.
Capacitors. We are
You
really.
bury this in your garden. Go on that, Tim.
Yeah. So one of the things about this is the military. The reason why they took it for the communication vest is because they had to switch over because of an incident with one of their, let's just call it, soldiers died. He was shot. The lithium went through his body and caused cardiac arrest. As it went through him, it hit the other guy. His pack started leaking, causing him severe burns down his ass crack to the point where now he's disabled. So they had to do something drastic to change over. One of our partners on our board is former Colonel Dennis Dugan of the Pentagon. He's the badass of badasses. I mean, he's a 2-time Hall of Famer, been shot 13 times, stabbed 9. And if you guys go pull up his sleeve, he's no joke. He's a 6 foot, 250-pound redhead that like a bulldog you've never seen. And when you see this guy coming, you go the other way. There's no question. Now, he's the one that got us the contracts for the U.S. military. We're also powering DARPA Dog, the DARPA robots. If I told you guys everything we're in, you'd be going bananas. We're actually backing up power for refineries because we can store any amount of power, whereas lithium cannot. So you guys know your batteries, right? Lithium, when you're charging your Tesla, you get to 70% and then you have to stop, or 80%, you have to stop. It's a trickle charge after that. With us, we can charge you 100% all the way to the end because we don't have a chemical reaction. No
How
risk.
fast can we charge a Tesla?
5 minutes if it's our battery. So we have charging stations. We have solar street lamps. We have everything you can possibly imagine.
Talk about the charging stations.
Okay, so charging stations we have, let's just say you have a little piece of property in the desert off the side of the road. You put it down, you bolt it into the ground, put a cage around, obviously, to protect your investment. But that's all you need because the solar power will actually power your battery banks. Depending on how many cars you want to charge per day is how many units you put inside.
Not even to the grid.
Right. So now remember this. Our systems for a home are the same systems we use in our megawatts and the same systems we use for everything. They're stackable, which means they're modular. With Tesla, you don't have that option. So let's just say you bought a house and you maximize your solar and you started off with a 200 amp hour battery system, right? And you added an EV car 6 months later. Oh shit, you want to have a heater for your pool. So you add another battery unit. You can keep stacking them.
That's awesome. So typically a Tesla would take how long, Tim, compared to what this does?
Well, from zero charge at 8 to 12 hours, depending on what charging system you're using. They have different voltage.
Minutes? 10 minutes?
We can charge our own battery in 5 minutes. We can't charge a Tesla any faster. We can get a charge quicker on their systems, but we still have to stop at the 80% mark because we'll blow their batteries up.
Do we have any competition out there, Tim?
There's zero competition. The only downside we used to have was one thing, the price. Well, lithium went up 32% in the last year, and it's expected to go 4,000% by year 2035. The trends have been dead on for the last 3 years on lithium going up. And you guys saw the price in the markets. Go buy an 8-pack of Energizer AAAs. You're paying $8 to $12 depending on where you get it.
That's more than
2 years ago, that was $5.
Right.
So look, we're now cost comparative on every single market. Now, if people are buying one unit, it's not going to be cheaper. When you buy it in bulk, that's when you get the price reduction because we're expanding. We're new. We only have 3 places that we're doing this at: China, India, and Istanbul, Turkey.
That's our warehouses.
Well, these are manufacturing plants. This is where we do all of our solar panels or our triac units or our mobile units that go for emergency situations, for construction crews, you name it. We build them out in those 3 locations, and then we ship them around the world. We're currently going to be building out about 7 different, let's call them assembly plants in the United States. We're working here in California with Senator Archuleta. Does anybody know who that is? He's the chairman for the Power Committee of California. He wants our systems to subsidize the power grid here in California. So we're starting to work on that program for him now. We're in a lot of different locations. So our systems are beta tests. We have third-party verifications, URL certifications. We are the safest product on the planet. Now, this is the biggest thing that people are not paying attention on the market. You guys know what the Chevy E-Bolt is? They've been banned from parking in malls in California, New York, Vegas. Why? Because when they catch fire, the building catches fire. You're not allowed to park them in your house in California. Why? Because the insurance company won't cover you for a $30,000 car to burn down a $300,000 home. So Florida, for example, do you guys remember the hurricanes last year, right? And all those Teslas were catching fire after they're going through water and stuff because they got moisture on them. The houses were catching fire 2 months later because the moisture on the battery systems. We don't have those risks. So what does that do to your insurance? Your fire insurance, your risk, your liability. What does it do? Tesla has got billions of dollars to pay out in insurance claims. We all know this.
What about the radiation off the battery of the Teslas?
we don't, Tesla has a massive amount of radiation. Every lithium battery does. The one in your cell phone. That's why they recommend you don't put your cell phone in your pocket, because it's making kids sterile. You guys, look, everything I'm telling you, research it. These are all facts.
It's phenomenal. And you guys, we all know people in the solar industry now. I mean, Vincent, I think you sell a little solar, correct? Yeah, I just turned into a solar affiliate. We had a call yesterday with I won't mention the solar company name right now. Off the record, I will, but it's an Inc. 5000 top company, one of the fastest growing. My friend actually owns the solar company. It was ranked number 43, so you can do some research on that. Out of 5,000 fastest growing companies, we had a call with them yesterday. Tim, tell them about the price comparison. I think you said you could save them like $1,500 per.
Oh my God! Look, guys, when it comes to our systems, I'll give an example. Hold on a second. Let me have my. No, it's not here, is it?
Take a breath.
1 second here. Okay. Well, the price comparison, we're cheaper when you buy in bulk from us. It's the plain simple. When the people are buying the one-offs, they're going to spend more money. But when we sell them in bulk prices for distributors, they're going to be a lot cheaper, so they have the upside. On our inverters, we were about $2,000 cheaper than him, and on our batteries, we're about $500 cheaper than what he was getting on the LG Chem batteries or the lithium batteries, because he's buying in bulk from them, but they don't give a discount like we do. So we don't mark our products up too high. We want to keep the market fluctuated and undercut everything that's lithium. Now, the other thing is that you don't have to worry about disposal, because you can bury this in your backyard underneath your garden. You can drink our solution. It won't harm you. Graphene has no chemicals.
And even though our products last up to 50 years, we warranting our product for 12 years, knowingly that it's going to last much, much longer than that. But still, the 12 years warranty is longer than any other company that is offering your warranty. And that's if their battery lasts as long as 8 years. If they really baby it, that's how long it's going to last. Where we know our product lasts much, much longer, and we're warranting for 12 years. Full warranty.
Yeah, I found it interesting also that you guys have the megawatt. This 1 megawatt could like 800 houses. It basically could run.
It lights up typically between 500 to 650 homes per megawatt. It depends on each usage. Let's just say one house will have an EV, which they're using maybe 150 watts because it's 50 watts for like an EV or a refrigerator or the dishwasher. So depending on what their usage is. It goes between 550 to 650 homes for a megawatt.
For 50 years?
Well, it's 12-year warranty, but it'll last 50 years. It may even last longer. We don't know. But the one thing about this is that when we go and replace the batteries, once they do, let's just say they burn out, it's not the graphene that burns out. It's the components, the widgets around it that burn out, the resistors and the modules on the outside. Not the graphene. We take the graphene, recycle it, because we have a recycling program. So they give us back their battery and we give them a discount on the new battery.
Let's talk about money here. Okay, so yesterday Tim and I did a phone call, and all I'm doing, guys, is asking people, do you know anyone that's in solar, or do you know anyone that's in I mean, start thinking about everything is on batteries. We can help out. We can have off-grid housings. I'm reaching out to people that are building environmentally clean houses using hemp concrete. We actually have that manufacturer also called Gigacrete, for example.
That's us.
Imagine this, guys. So it's so easy. This is what I'm talking about, Josh. Like for you to make one call and make $200,000+ or whatever it may be. Tim, give the example yesterday when I hooked up the solar company, the proposition, how much money this would generate off of one call in residual income monthly for me.
For him, it'll be sure.
One sec, Grant. I got you muted out. But Tim, give the hypothetical real quick on that.
About $187,000 a month you would make.
That was off one product, just off of one call residual. But based off the volume that they're doing,
that was batteries, though. By the way, that was just batteries. That was not inverters. That wasn't the solar. That was just batteries.
But you think adding those things up, Tim, if they went all on board with us, what do you think I'd be making a month residual with what they have currently?
I would say probably, Ryan, in the upwards of $250,000 to $300,000 a month.
Off one call, guys. Okay, none of these solar companies are using this out there, so all you got to do is get them on the phone with us. And there's no membership to pay or anything like this. The nice thing about that solar company is they do have an affiliate side, so people can sign up for $0 and get a referral, or they can sign up for $85 a month and they can go ahead and sell solar and be a distributor and make decent amounts of money. But this is huge.
And also our units you can plug into grid, nat gas, or any solar system that you have. It goes switches AC to DC and
to our battery management systems. Now, the thing we didn't mention is that all of our battery systems that are for megawatts or homes, they have GPS, they have Bluetooth technology, which means they're smart. You can see your amperage, your voltage, and everything in real time on your smart device, your cell phone, your tablet. And if somebody steals your golf cart or your car with our battery system in it, turn the battery off. It's that system. You can go locate it.
You can do that on your cell phone. You can turn the battery off on the app just like that with it, and it has location on it, so you can GPS.
What's your security? If I can ask, what your security features and protecting your grid from your home?
Sure. Okay. Well, the person who's doing our system, he's former head of IBM UK. His name is Ryze. He created the VGA standard, a bunch of other technologies. We have an unbreakable coded algorithm from Mark Crater. He's 5 masters from Stanford University. He's one of the top technologists on the planet. Those are our partners. We've been doing this for a few years.
Guys, I've known Tim Minette, who we're speaking to for many years here. Let's go ahead and open up for questions for all you guys, whoever's got questions.
I got a question.
Shoot.
Yeah, so I love what you guys are saying. I'm just saying, so what are we trying to sell the companies essentially? What's the baseline? We're selling a battery, a graphene battery essentially?
Well, yes. So basically, if you're selling to homes, all of our systems are graphene batteries. Let's just say that. Everybody's replacing their power walls every 3 to 5 years. The original installations from 7 years ago, some of them are still operating, but most of them have to be replaced. So everybody out there that has a lithium battery is a client. Anybody that has solar is a client, because to have a system that you can manage from when you're not home. Let's just say you're out of the country and you have a house in Big Bear and it's December, it's freezing. You can turn everything on.
I get it.
Yeah, it gives you the ability to do things that most systems don't have the ability to do.
And it's just not only for homes, but also any equipment, electronic equipment that requires power source or battery source, including cell phones, computers, their client.
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah, no, I get it. I know the whole process and everything. I totally get it. I love what you guys are talking about. I'm just saying, and do we have people to install it and equip it?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Yes, we do. And we train everybody on our system. So if you're a reseller, we'll come out, we'll help you do your first installs, train your people to set up our systems. And what we did is we created a BMS with our engineer. Instead of having 77 wires on your BMS, you now have 7.
Okay.
So they all come with a beautiful system that makes it very simple for you to plug and play. It's really hard to screw up our systems.
Okay, well, I think we should. What about teaching everybody to be able to install this in other people's homes?
We can't do that as well. It's another creation of jobs. So the people that are selling the battery systems, you can teach them an installation class. What we do is we sell the product. We don't do the training, but we offer our engineers for people who are doing bulk purchases. Then we come out and we'll explain to them how to do it. Now, they're always going to be available by video call. Not every single one will be done in person with an engineer, but our engineers are always available by video.
They simplify the system and the connectivity out. Therefore, it would be a much simpler than a Tesla power wall to be installed. That's why when we have that just a single switch from AC to DC, that really makes it simple to connect to any like I said, power grid or solar system or your nat gas. It's been simplified, the process.
I want to give you guys just one example of what we did for Nassau, Bahamas. We did 100 megawatts there, right? And the reason why they went with us is because their diesel generators were burning 2,400 gallons of diesel fuel a day, running 18 hours a day. Now they're running 4 hours a day, burning 400 gallons of diesel fuel.
Josh, the truck driver.
Yeah, no, I totally get this. I'm just saying, if I know, if you guys could teach me how to install it, or I can teach my employees to install it, literally, like I know this whole thing. So like I could literally install like 1,000 people within like the next 2 months. But like I need to know how to do it, and I need like a
Sure.
couple
The answer
like
is yes. We
I tell
will
you what,
definitely
you know what I'm
train
saying?
yes.
Yes.
Where's your facility?
Where's my facility?
Yeah, where your people would be.
It'd be like Bellevue, Seattle, Kirkland, Redmond,
Sure. Well, you set
Woodinville.
it up, have your people there. I'll have our engineers come out and fly. When you guys have our systems ordered, they'll come out, they'll do a training course, crash course with all your people and certify them to do these systems.
Okay, but it's certified. Like I couldn't do it on my own with other people.
You could do it on your own, but what they do is they show you how to install it correctly. When you're dealing with this kind of voltage, people can literally, if they don't know.
Yeah, so I need electricians. I'm not saying I'm gonna do it myself. I'm just saying I need like electricians though.
Correct. You would need
Okay.
somebody with the electricians to hook it up. Anything that's going to a home that's insured or to the power grid, you have to have a certified electrician.
Of course,
So,
yeah, for sure.
Now, remember, the thing with the systems are that if the power goes out, you're not grid tied. Whereas Tesla, the power goes down, your system's down too, right? The grid goes down, the Tesla power systems don't work because they're grid tied. We're not.
Yeah, so you guys are talking about some big stuff if it could potentially happen like hugely like this. So
Well,
you guys
brother,
are
we've
thinking...
been doing it. Like, if you want to see our houses in Malibu, the homes in Florida, we were on the news all over the place.
I believe it.
Yeah, no, you can. We're functional. So if you want to come to the shop in St. Petersburg, Florida, we're at the airport there, security location. You can come down and take a look at all of our battery systems, compare it to the LG Chem battery, the Maxwell 3300 inside the Tesla. Like the biggest thing that we have that it's really big for the flying cars is that our batteries weigh 400 pounds lighter than the Maxwell 3300.
Yeah, no,
that's
I get
the
it.
Tesla battery. They're 477 pounds. We're 77 pounds.
The house battery, the battery for the house, what's the weight compared to a...
It's same difference. The power walls are extremely heavy.
How heavy?
Yeah, we're about 80% less weight on average. Look, one of our pouches, if you sent the brochure to them, Ryan, you can see our pouches, 4.2 farads, right? Or 4.2 volts in a flat pouch, like your cell phone side by side, 21,000 farads. You don't get that. Nobody has that.
So basically, like, I don't know what you guys like. I don't know if you guys want to do like a quick run or something, but honestly, like if we really all work together and like we did this like hard, like we could like take over the world or the country, really.
That's the plan.
That's the plan. And look,
really, this is truthfully, it is for global impact. This
Yeah.
is for our whole global ecosystem. And our mission is to have our products globally everywhere in the world, because we know what's going to do our mother Earth. And we're going to reheal that.
I mean, the whole Mother Earth thing, like that's cool, but it's like, this is like a better way and more efficient way. So, I mean, I don't know what you guys are trying to do, but
Take over the world.
It is efficient. It is cost effective. It is safe.
It's the best way.
Any other products.
Yeah. Did you know what's crazy? Like when I was in college at UW, like 10 years ago, but a guy did a whole presentation on graphene. And that's why I invested in it back in the day. Like he was like the super nerd, and he was like, "Graphene's the future. Graphene's the future."
Right now.
And I was like, "All right, dude, I believe you." And I invested in way back then, like across the board graphene. But
you were smart because liquid graphene is being used right now for guitar strings. It's being used for roads. Graphene's going into concrete.
It's
airports.
everything.
It just started last year because it makes the concrete more durable, which means when a plane lands, it's not going to rip the concrete up. When a truck forklift falls over, it's not going to damage the concrete. Graphene makes it more of a, God, what's the right word? It's flexible,
like malleable,
it's durable. It's kind of like a gigacrete in a way. Like that, we started this off by helping people become self-efficient off the grid. Like we have several different companies, but we build everything off the grid for sustainable living off the grid. Water reclamation, gray water systems, turtle systems, your hurricane-proof homes, ballistic-proof homes, everything you can possibly imagine, we do it off the grid. That's where we started this. Smart cities, even with our server systems,
Pretty much anything that you want to last long, you use graphene.
I heard him talking about building a space elevator with graphene, elevator to space.
Nah, it's not going to happen. There's just too many variables. I mean, you're talking people have been trying to do man-made crazy stuff going up that way, and it's not physically possible just because of the wind dynamics.
Right.
The second you go up 1,500 feet, I don't know if you guys are pilots. I've flown around the world. I'm not a pilot myself, but I set up a little company called FedEx Worldwide. So I was literally traveling from country to country. I know what turbulence is. There's no way in hell you're going to put something going up that high when you got winds up there at 600 miles an hour that people they've never even heard of before.
Yeah, exactly. So we can go ahead and conclude this video. Josh, you have any questions at all, brother? This is an opportunity to go do whatever you guys are doing to make a living, and then on the side, you just set aside a little time. I'd recommend reaching out to some solar people, talk to your friends who are into, green, sustainable living. There's a whole big movement of this taking place right now, right? And gosh, it's just nuts. Yeah. So, because you guys are going to get commissions off this, and there's going to be room potentially to go ahead and may have some more money come in from people that you bring into this as well.
Right, guys, we have systems for construction companies, emergency crews, hospitals, casinos, hotels, you name it. We're building out all 700 islets in Church and Caicos with all their power. That's our contract. We're also powering up the 5 million displaced people and building their homes with Gigacrete in Poland. So we're doing this personally now. We are on it. Whatever you guys want to do with us, please let us know.
Do you have a company website?
Website won't be launched until March, and you can understand why. When I say we went to the military first, they said don't do anything until you finalize with us. Well, we did it with them. Then we did it with some other countries, like full systems. We can send you all of our marketing material. The site will be up in March when we launch the Grand Bahamas, Ukraine, Poland, and then of course we'll put all our letters from AT&T. They did some write-ups on us last year for their communication power lines. We'll have it from the 2022 Lamborghini. We're old super caps are in those. That's version 2. We're on version 4 now, going into version 5.
So how can a person validate and confirm who you are for now?
We're registered, trademark, and licensed in the state of California, sir.
As under what name?
QBOND Power.
That's letter Q, bond, B-O-N-D, power.
Like James Bond, it's QBOND.
QBOND.
And Nanette, explain to what QBOND is.
And you don't have to call me sir, because that makes me sound like 120 or something like that. I'm younger than.
A little fun fact about our brand name, QBOND. It's actually the connectivity between the elements. It's called QBOND. So that's where the name came from.
I find
that's what graphene is. The connection of the elements. Yes, together it's called QBOND in a hexagon pattern.
So graphene itself is only 1 atom thick. Is that correct?
It's a 1 carbon atom, 2D. Yes. And it's the
2D.
strongest element.
Think about this. There's 3D, there's 4D, 2D.
It's 2D. It's 2D.
2D.
Yes. It's one single layer element. Carbon, I would say. And
you know how many is for lithium, right? Layer upon layer upon layer.
Well, it's 2 chemicals combined that creates the energy. That's what lithium is.
Right. And then the chemical reaction is what.
Yes.
So what's the breakdown on the commission or referral of a potential project we bring to your table and come to an agreement? Is that all conducive as to the project itself, or do you have a set commissionable percentage? How does that work?
It's basically based off of each project. So depending on your customer needs and how you want to structure the deal, we'll give you a price point, and we don't mark it up more than 15% over manufacturing cost. Plain and simple. We don't want the market. Nobody can mark our products up 100% over. We will give you a contract. It'll stipulate what you're going to make, and it can't go above that. That way, nobody can come in and say and undercut you. Ryan, what are you doing back there, man? You're killing me.
Put the mango on. Oh no.
Hey, Ryan, he's not vain. He's not vain. He's not vain in any way.
Oh no.
You're a mess.
Go ahead.
That's one way to get. Josh is dying back there. I'm telling you.
Sorry, Nicholas.
It's okay. I'm used to it by now. Trust me.
So am I, but it keeps coming.
Got really distracted.
He knows I'll smack him if he was here right now.
Do a virtual slap real quick. He needs it. There you go. Come on, Ryan, react.
You know what? I like this background. It's pretty cool. Though, take a look at this one. This one is.
He loves
the
to
Van
be the
Gogh
center
one
of
was kind
attraction.
of
There's
neat.
just no doubt.
Was it aliens?
No,
this is artificial intelligence. Google. Vincent Van Gogh is what this is.
Yeah.
So on our systems, it depends on where you guys want to do it. So certain countries, it depends on their tax importation.
Mm-hmm.
So we always include our shipping with all of our products. And another thing, guys, I didn't mention earlier is that you can fly our products. It's the only storage supercapacitor battery device that can fly in planes. Did you hear what I said? Guys, this is it. Nobody has that. You can't fly lithium.
The reason being is, again, because it's a single layered 2D carbon, it handles pressure from heat to freezing temperature and also altitude. That's why it's free to ship it.
Got it. Thank you so much for the information.
No problem. We have all this in a package. Ryan, please send them over the information. And then when you guys figure out what you want to do,
please
we'll give you a pricing structure.
And I'll send you the PDFs on it. Just because we don't have a website right now, we can go ahead and get deals done. If you got anyone that needs custom ordered specs, we just get the specs ordered, and boom, we get them quotes on stuff right away. And
e-bike companies, scooter companies, lawnmower companies. You guys see all those scooters catching fire in New York, LA? You see them everywhere. Washington, Seattle, you got scooters on your streets, right?
Yep.
Well, they've been catching fire everywhere. That's why all these articles. We are zero risk.
Yep, that's right. Okay, I'll go ahead and hit the. Let me just go ahead. Thank you, Tim, for that.